Hello Year 5s and welcome to your grammar lesson for the week. You need a pen and some paper, and I'm just going to share my screen now to show you the PowerPoint. Okay, so today is Tuesday and we are going to be looking at comparatives and superlatives. So what is a comparative adjective? A comparative adjective is used to compare one person, action or thing to state to another. So comparing a dog and a cat, or me and Miss Vink, or a house to another house. It adds the suffix to the original adjective. So, for example, in this adjective, we have bright, that is the original adjective, it's describing how something looks. And then the is added on to make it brighter. It's brighter. It's comparing two things. Sam's torch is brighter than John's torch. It's telling you that Sam's torch might be bright, but John's is even more bright. It adds the emphasis on it being even more. What is a comparative adjective? The suffix is added to the end of the original adjective to show it as being compared to one other person, action, thing, or state, which is what we've looked at. Sometimes the root adjective spelling does not change. So warm, we then just put the on, so warmer. The weather is warmer today than yesterday. Other times the root adjective spelling changes, as in these examples. So the boy is happy, happier. We change that Y into an I, and that's generally the rule when we put an on the end with a word that has a Y at the end. So happy turns into happier. We swap our Y for an I. The boy is happier than the girl. It tells you that the boy is feeling happy, more happy than the girl is. Big, we have to put another G on. My car is bigger than yours. So we have to put another G on to make it spell correctly. So I've added the to these adjectives so that you know the spellings because they're new words for us. So hot turns to hotter, shiny turns to shinier, long turns to longer, light turns to lighter, wet turns to wetter, and bright turns to brighter. Could you please pause the video and write me 6 sentences comparing two things using these adjectives? For example, Spain is hotter than England. My shoes are shinier than Miss Vink's. So you need to have 2 nouns or things that you are comparing. Now let's move on to superlative adjectives. A superlative adjective is used to compare one person, action, thing, or state, so the same as comparative, to all others in that group. It adds the suffix ist to the original adjective. So quiet is the original adjective. The class was quiet. Est means that the class is the quietest in the whole school. So in the whole group of them, that class is the quietest. It's comparing more than 2 things only. Aisha is the quietest in the class. There's a group of children who are quiet, but she is the quietest. She is the most quiet. The est is added to the end of the original adjective to show that it is being compared to 2 or more people. Sometimes the root adjective spelling does not change. Quick turns to quickest. We just add the est on. Other times the root adjective spelling changes. Juicy, juiciest. Again, that Y turns to an I. And hot, hottest, we have to add another T. Leeds was the hottest city on Wednesday. I've added the S to the end of these words because we haven't seen them before. So thin turns to thinnest, funniest, shortest, darkest, driest, and dullest. Could you write me down 6 sentences using these words to compare something to a group of things? So she was the thinnest dog in the vets. He was the funniest boy in the class. The pony was the shortest horse in the stables. You need to tell me out of what group are they the shortest, tallest? What are they the most of in that group? We will be using superlatives in our English coming up because they are used to help persuade people to do something because you want to be the best at something. So keep remembering those. You might want to make a word bank or just have a look at the sentences. Keep sending in your work to the Year 5 email address, and me and Miss Nick would love to see all your superlative and comparative adjective sentences. Goodbye.